What's going on, everybody? What is going on? Had a little technical difficulty coming in here. Got a bunch of feedback for some reason. Not sure why that happened. But what's going on, everybody? I hope you all can hear me. Let me double check. Let me see here. I might cause a little feedback. Let me check. Okay, let me see. 1, 2, mic check. Okay, I'm good. 1, 2, mic check. Yep, I'm good. So great. I double checked. I do have sound audio because I had a little hiccup, a little feedback in my headphones when I first came in. But what's going on, everybody? It's James Hollingsworth here on the Working People's Podcast. I wanted to come in real quick and do like a special unboxing of something that I've really been contemplating and thinking about for quite some time now. And I went ahead and made it happen. I went ahead and stepped forward and jumped into the river or the ocean. Lake, but I jumped into some really deep water. So want to share that with you all in this little live presentation here on the Working People's Podcast, where everybody desires to build generational wealth and a financial legacy for their families. If you're coming through on YouTube, thank you all for joining us. Press that subscribe button, and also you can ring the notification bell, and you'll get notified when we upload new content. You can also drop some comments below over here on Facebook. Do the same. Continue. Let's appreciate you all for helping us to get the algorithm going. So every time you like a video, whether it's on YouTube or on Facebook, on the Working People's Podcast Facebook page, or my personal page right here where we're also streaming live, every time you press that like button, it really helps the algorithm to share the video and the content with more and other people. So that really helps out the channel when you do that. And I know a lot of people come through and they'll watch, because I can go in the insight, the details and stuff, and I can see how many views and things came through. But sometimes a lot of people don't press the like button or the heart button or anything like that. But when you do, it really helps the video to jump into the algorithms on the different multiple platforms. And if you know that there's people, and they do, a lot of people need to see or be exposed to the conversations and the content that we're releasing and putting out there, this will help the information to continue to move forward in the algorithm. So thanks for doing that. If you can press that heart button, press the like button, and also what helps the algorithm is dropping some comments in the comment section. Even if you drop and say hi, all of that helps to build the algorithm in the organic way that Facebook likes to do it, and also the way that YouTube likes to build this algorithm in this organic way, and it helps the content to move forward where other people can come through and get exposed to it, and it'll suggest it to them based on their search habits and things like that. So thank you all for doing that. Also, if you haven't seen something that I posted on my Facebook page recently, we do have the capabilities now of receiving stars. So it would also help the channel and help out the content that we're producing. If you press the button to share some stars, and you can do as many stars as you like, 10 stars. I recently shared on one of, can I say who I shared it? Yeah, it was Kendra G. I like watching Kendra G. I like watching Kendra G. It's very entertaining. She's an amazing host. She does an awesome show. So I just recently dropped like 50 stars, or I don't even remember how many it was. It was enough. So I dropped a bunch of stars on Kendra's show. So it helps. She's trying to get to, I want to say, 1 million stars. I'd be happy just to get to 1,000. 10,000. But yeah, you can share stars now, and that's a way to help us to continue to move forward with the platform because I don't know if you know this or not, but there are costs associated with even doing the level of platform, the level of content that we're doing here. Monthly streaming services, multiple computer setups. You can't see it, all you see is this, me in my room, but, multiple screens, camera, different things like that. And I do want to make some continue to move forward and upgrade some things. A guy at the bank a few weeks ago was talking to me about some loans and different funding for maybe doing something different in this room, making it, a little bit more like commercialized and entertaining and stuff. But we'll see how that goes, right? But right where we are now, you can help with by sending stars. So thanks in advance. Before I actually get into doing this little unboxing of the Amex Platinum card, and again, it's just kind of giving you an idea of how it fits into maybe a little bit into the strategy that I'm projecting to try to continue to move forward and building a real strong financial foundation for myself and for the legacy that I want to leave for my family. But I wanted to share with you something else real quick, because if you haven't seen the news, let me share my screen. Hold up. Share a screen. Understand. Let's go there. Yeah. If you haven't seen the news, there it is. Yeah. So let me do this. Hold on real quick. Let me do this real quick. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, bring that back up right there. Oh, one more quick thing too. So, where's that at? There we go. Got it. One more thing too. So sharing the video, that also helps with the algorithms on all the platforms, especially here on Facebook. So if you share the video, you can send it directly to someone through Messenger. You can send it to people through text messages. You could post it on your page. All of those ways of sharing the video also helps with the algorithm for more people to get exposed to the content and conversations that we're having. So sharing stars, you have the ability to do that now. It should be right below the video, the last video we just did a couple days ago, and today's video. You should see something beneath where you can share stars, and then also when you share the video, that helps with the algorithm as well. Thank you so much. So check this out. If you didn't see it, I'm going to share my screen with you, because we need to keep our heads on a swivel and be aware of what's going on, right? So back in April, I believe, our good friend, I'm being sarcastic when I say that, but Elon Musk, he sold $8 billion in Tesla shares. And, the whole conversation was around, well, he's doing this in order to position himself financially to purchase Twitter. All right. Okay. Whatever the case may be. But just know this, people. Just know this, that when you're talking about this level of money, millionaires, billionaires, you're talking about this level of money to take over, a business. You can't do that by yourself. And most times these people are going to do these deals with funding from other sources. So as much as you could read the news and they, paint this picture or whatever, that people are taking their own money to get deals like this, to purchase, to make a multi-billion dollar, deal. No, they're not using their own money, and even if the news is saying, oh, they're going to do this and they're selling shares and they're doing this to purchase their own money, look, don't fall for the okie doke. And speaking of okie doke, hey, I noticed that over on YouTube, if you start going over there, you're probably going to start seeing spam in the comment section. So don't be responding to nobody in the comment section that's spam, WhatsApp, and all those things. It's not me. I'm not putting out WhatsApp messages, contacting and asking anybody for money. None of that stuff, through WhatsApp and stuff like that. Those are all scams, SCAMSs. But look, I understand, and I know you could believe it if you want and say, oh, he's using billions of dollars he's buying? No, I'm telling you, funding. I think J.P. Morgan Chase, I think Bank of America, I think some other Japanese bank. So global entities from multiple sources are helping to fund these deals, including private investors. So don't think that somebody's going to make a deal like this and using their own money, that the reason why he's selling shares of Tesla is solely because he wants to purchase Twitter. So back in April, he sold 8 billion shares of Tesla, right? In August, in August, so between April and August, Elon Musk sold a combination of about 15.5 billion worth of Tesla shares in 2 waves, April and August. But once again, don't be deceived. Don't fall for the okie doke and just think that he's selling these shares because he want to buy Twitter. Look, these folks, these businesses, big businesses, I won't call them all again, but just to name a few, Apple, any of these big businesses, Walmart, any of these large corporations, trust me, they have been planning for this. They're sitting on cash, planning for this recession because they've known that it's been coming for quite some time. And wouldn't surprise me if they've been knowing it for 18 months up to even 24 months, right? So don't be deceived in thinking that the only reason why Elon Musk is selling these shares is based on allegedly he's selling these shares only because he was trying to enter into this deal to make sure he had all the funding to buy Twitter. Think about it. Let's say this real quick. Think about it. All right. I know how we do. A lot of us are spontaneous. We do things at the last minute. You know, we're not very, what's the word I'm looking for? We're not very forward thinking a lot of times, especially when it comes to spending money. A lot of us spend money haphazardly, and we're very reckless at times when it comes to spending money. It's because we're consumer minded. This is a deal. This is an investment. This is a deal, right? This is not something he just out there like, oh, I think I want to buy me a bicycle or a new car or a motorcycle or a boat, a bass boat. No, you're talking about deals like this. They are very forward thinking and strategic, right? So nobody goes to the bank when you're doing these kind of $1 billion deals. Nobody goes to the bank on Monday morning trying to pull a deal off on Wednesday. It's not going to happen. Now, we might do stuff like that on our level because our level of planning sometimes is zero, like null and void. But trust me, these people, billions of dollars, he's not selling 8 billion shares of stock in April and then a combination of 15.5 billion shares between April and August because he's planning on one Monday morning, let me get my money out, right? So I can go and make a deal on Wednesday. No, in order to sell that many shares, he has to get approval to do it. He has to submit his filings with the Securities and Exchange Commission. He has to file his disclosures, and he has to go through a whole entire process for them to say, yes, you can sell these shares. So he has to be extremely forward-thinking and planning to, what he's doing. So trust me, this ain't all about just buying Twitter. He, just like everybody else, is positioning themselves to go through this recession. So just like big businesses are positioning themselves by holding on to cash and redirecting capital and doing things like that, trust me, this ain't all about buying Twitter. So check this out. You ready for this one? So remember, between April and August, a combination of 15.5 billion shares, right? So then here we go. Yeah, here we go. This one. Let's go. Oh, what in the world is that? Close. I don't want that. So now in December, this is from December 15th. Now in December, look at this. Elon Musk sells another 22 million Tesla shares for 3.6 billion. Wouldn't this deal for Twitter close in like October or something like that? So selling another, 22 million. This is more than the sale between April and August, 15.5 billion. This is more. So in December, He sold even more, 22 million Tesla shares, and he liquidated and took home $3.6 billion. So trust me when I say this. Trust me when I say this. When you see, you can call this an insider or a insider trade, however they call it. There's names that they call it for when people inside the organization, they get permission through the SEC and Securities Exchange Commission, stuff like that, to sell shares. He's not just doing this because he was trying to get into that Twitter deal. Trust me, he was making sure, and he used, of course, I'm sure of this. He could say, "Oh, I need, I'm buying Twitter," but he can make sure that he is positioned with enough liquidity and enough, cash that he can sit on, so he can make sure that he's comfortable to ride through this recession. I think I shared with you all. Do I still have that right here? I had it somewhere. Oh man, where did I do it? I don't know where I put my notes on that. But I may be off on the number just a little bit, but Warren Buffett was sitting on about 150 billion in cash, which is, I guess some people say would be abnormal for him to be sitting, because money that's not invested can't grow. And so, but trust me, these people are doing this because they want to make sure that they have liquidity and cash reserves that they can sit on to make sure that they can ride through this recession. Now, one more thing I want to share with you too. This is BlackRock. This hit the news. What day did this hit the news? Oh, I can't find the date on it, but this was December the 8th. December the 8th. So this hit the news on December the 8th. BlackRock, the investment firm, says to get ready for a recession unlike any other. And what worked in the past won't work now. Get ready, they say. This is one of the largest financial institutions in the world, right? With billions and billions of dollars in assets, So they're saying get ready for a recession in 2023 like no other you've ever seen before. So the whole purpose of this video, I got off a little bit there, but let me bring it back home and get to the reason why I came on live tonight for just a little bit, is because I want to share with you all opening this package. It came today. I made the I went forward with it on Friday, and because Amex, when you get like the gold card or you get like the platinum card, they expedite it to you through FedEx, well in this case UPS, and they pretty much send it I won't say overnight, but I did this on Friday and it arrived today. So and I know that they have really nice special packaging. Got the whole thing sealed up. Oh God, here we go. Oh, all right. Okay. Yeah, all right. I don't cover up my address here, but hold up. Let's see if I can cover up my address. Yeah, I'll do it this way if I can do it. But here's the front. Oh God, Jesus. Here's the front of the box. And, it has the name of the company up top. American Express, P.O. Box. Their address in Omaha, Nebraska. And a nice little Amex logo over here. I don't know if you can see that, with the lighting and everything, but I can kind of see it. And it has my address where they sent it to me. Open it from the back here. Let's go ahead and do this. Boy, they seal these up. Nice, nice packaging. So as we open it up, boom, boom, bum, 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 the music playing from oh, and right here in this section here it says, welcome to Platinum, unlock a world of experiences. And that's truly indeed one of the reasons why I went forward with the Platinum card, is because of some of the benefits that they offer with the card, like the concierge service, to help you with things like that. And because as I go to Portugal coming up here in the next few days, one of the things that I was kind of concerned about is getting from, the airport in Faro to Valmora, where my hotel is at, and so I wanted to have some I guess some. I wanted to make sure that if for some reason the hotel, because I'm arriving on Christmas Day, if for some reason the hotel is limited on their availability to come and pick me up from the airport, which I want to say is probably about 18 minutes, something like that, from the hotel to the airport, that I got a fallback plan if I need to use the concierge service with American Express through the Platinum card, to call them and have them to arrange transportation for me to get from the airport to the hotel, as well as just some of the perks that I didn't have when I went to my wedding recently in Minneapolis, where I had to pay, check for check luggage, to get on the. That was $30 going, $30 coming back, plus my Uber rides from the airport to the Enterprise rental car places. So, I mean, I put out another, when you talk about incidental charges and fees and things like that for traveling on these trips. So this card also has a $200 airport incidental or travel incidental charge thing. So, it would have covered, if I had it when I went to Minneapolis recently, this card would have covered my Uber. It would have covered my a portion of my Uber. It would have covered my incidental charges for my checked baggage as well. So that would have been just reimbursement charges. And there's a number of other perks. I won't go into all of that with this card. You can actually Google it, look it up. I do like I've done recently and just watched a lot of videos, YouTube videos. But those are some of the reasons why. And plus my overall strategy and thing that I want to do in the future and to come, with just some of the plans that I'm making and things that I want to do. This card I think will fit in very well. I do plan on traveling more. I traveled and took 3 trips this year, and I should have been more better positioned in earlier part of this year with some of my travel plans and how I was managing my travel through credit card purchases, because pretty much paid debit. Used my debit card for the first trip back in March around my birthday. I didn't have a plan, but now I got a pretty I'd say a pretty well put together plan on how I'm moving forward, right? And this is one of the things that's going to help me to maintain the course that I'm following with some of my financial plans. But you get this. Here's the all of the card agreement stuff right in here, and all the details about all the benefits and everything is right in this here envelope. Once again, it's got my name and address on the front, so cover that part up. But all of that stuff is in here, right? That talks about all the card agreements and everything is in there in that nice little section right there. Let's put that back in there. Oh, boy. Battery savers on. What the world? Consider plugging in your devices. Okay, let's do that then. I don't know what the world. I cut down battery just that quick. Okay, there we go. Wow. Okay, I'm plugged in now. What in the world? Okay. That's probably why I was getting that feedback in my ears. So, yeah. And here is the card. It's put right in this here spot. Oh my goodness. Very, very nice. So I'm going to put my finger over this amount. I got to still activate it and connect it to my account and everything. But this is the American Express. I've been a member since, it says 2016. But this is the American Express. Oh, you can kind of see that a little bit. Oh, God, the lighting is bad. But this is the American Express, and right there above my finger, see if I can show it to you, says American Express, and this is the Charles Schwab American Express Platinum card. And the reason why I went with the Charles Schwab is because having a Charles Schwab brokerage account, if I decide to, say we go through the pandemic or something like that again, where travel is limited, or as a fallback, I can always redeem my membership rewards points back into my Charles Schwab brokerage account, at 1.1 cent redemption. And so that's an option, and that can continue to help me to build up my investment portfolio, investment funds in my Charles Schwab account. So if all else fails, and I'll be like, you know what, I'm tired of traveling, don't want to travel no more, I can redeem my points, 1.1 cent back into my Charles Schwab. So that's a great option to have. But that is why I added. And this card, just like the gold card, it's metal. Ooh, that kind of hurt a little bit. The card's metal. It's nice. So Charles Schwab Amex Platinum card. And like I say, when you're coming up with like a financial plan and strategy that you're trying to develop, one of the things that you can do is consider how you want to leverage yourself and how you want to do some of those things. And that's important to have a plan of leveraging credit, using credit, how you're going to use credit, developing some funding sources, personal funding, business credit, just a number of things that you can include in your strategy when you're trying to plan to do something. If it's whatever your strategy and your plan is to continue to acquire appreciable assets and to create multiple streams of income. So for me, having a strategy that includes having access to funding that's already set up, where I don't have to go to to the bank at the spur of the moment and try to work out a deal, to have some of those sources already pre-set up. Especially as we go into this recession, and I've said it before, where I believe opportunities are going to be available and there for those that are prepared for it. And once again, I will continue to say, so if you look, with the American Express, with the new card and the other cards that I have, that's a part of my strategy, along with other lines of credit and things that I've established. I'm not carrying any balances on any of my credit cards. Do I use them? Absolutely. But use your credit cards like debit cards. That way you can continue to get the points, reward, travel points, whatever however you want your setup. If you team cash back or you team travel, whatever you got your setup, use it for that. And if you got some cards that are not profitable to you in terms of not redeeming any points, I give you an example of that would be like the Capital One Platinum card. You can upgrade that card into another higher tier card that does give travel points and things like that. You can call them and ask them to upgrade you into a particular card so you can get some cash back and rewards and things. So that's another thing that you can do. So ultimately, though, for me, I don't believe, like I said, throwing out the baby with the bathwater. I believe that having funding, credit, personal and business credit and things like that helps you to be able to create and purchase assets and things like that, to have funding, so that especially when we're in a down market like we're in now, and we're going to see further downturns, right? I posted earlier about getting that Christmas bounce. Well, that didn't happen in the market today, right? The pre-markets were in the green, and then they went red pretty quick before the bell rung. And then by opening bell, things went red pretty quick. So we may not get that Christmas bounce in the stock market, right? So now, while we're still experiencing negative returns and a down market, you don't want to be using your investments and things like that when you can keep those things investment to ride out or ride through the recession. And you have access to OPM, other people's money, through funding, right? So that you can continue to have purchase assets or whatever you want to do, real estate, other investments, especially when the downturn comes and some of these bigger, stock prices continue to fall, and they hit rock bottom or they hit sell prices, if you want to have funding to step in and purchase some of those things at that time. So it's a good idea, in my opinion, to use credit, personal and business, to move forward, to acquire assets and to create other streams of cash flow. It just makes logical sense to me. I just can't follow the narrative of just saying, well, I'm just going to be cash only, when we know that the dollar is being eroded every day. We're living right in it now, where the dollar is being eroded every day through inflation, and the cost of things, everyday items that we need to live off of, are increasing. So it just makes sense to me to be able to know the power that you can create and the buying power that you can create through credit, right? So that you can leverage your cash flow by using credit to be able to get assets. And as you acquire those assets and those assets create more cash flow, then you can take that cash flow from those other assets that continue to appreciate in value, and you can then buy some liabilities or things that you want to do, like a car or a boat or an RV, and you're not using your primary only single one source of income to do it. So I think that's smart, right? I think that's a smart thing to do. And also having credit cards, like I say, I suggest use my credit card. I use my credit cards like debit cards. You can delay those payments to the next following month if you want and choose and pay it all off. Or you could do like I've been doing, is as soon as those charges post, I just go ahead and pay them. So anything that I was going to spend cash for anyway, it just makes sense to me to use my credit card, rack up the benefits and things that you get from doing that, and then just pay it right off. Don't run any revolving balance. Don't have any revolving balances that you leave from month to month. Even on I could probably see it if you have a 0% interest, like a introductory offer or something that you're running. Okay, maybe carrying a balance with that. Possibly, but even with that, I would say be careful or be mindful. Shall I say, be mindful that if you're going to do that on some type of introductory offer or balance transfer offer where you're running 0% interest for 12 months, 15 months, 18 months, or whatever, that you keep in mind of your utilization. So your overall utilization of staying under 30%, preferably lower than that, but at bare minimum, your overall utilization for all your revolving accounts stay under 30%, as well as be mindful that on that particular individual card, even though it may have a 0% interest for that duration of time, that you make sure that you don't leave a balance revolving from month to month on that card that's over 30% of the credit availability or the credit limit on that particular single card, because that also will ding your credit score, just carrying a higher over 30% utilization just on that card itself, even though everything else may be under 30%, but that one card being over 30% can still ding your credit score. So be mindful of that. Overall utilization under 30% and each and every single individual credit card under 30%. So even if you're running a zero balance, a zero interest, card, like I said. So in a nutshell, I still say the window of opportunity. I really thought long and hard about this, and I may be putting my foot in my mouth when I say this, but I've been saying for a few months now about paying off credit card, getting them down to 0%, down to zero balances at the bare minimum, 10% or less, bare minimum. And also getting out of personal loans. And also I mentioned about stacking up cash reserves. I've been saying that for a few months now. So I thought about this long and hard, that if people haven't made those moves yet and haven't done it, the window is starting to close. So if you were deciding, hey, I want to go ahead and start trying to get access and setting myself up to have access to funding and lines of credit, that I can access when the housing market continues to taper off, and maybe I can get into some properties or some real estate. If you haven't made those moves all year, even from the last few months that I've been personally saying it and other people have been saying it, and now you want to decide now as we go over and creep over into 2023 and say, well, maybe I should start making those moves. I think you still have a window of opportunity to do it. But know this, when this dip really comes, and if we do see another 20-30% drop in the market, and banks continue to see the Fed funds rate that they just increased their target percentage, at where now the Federal Reserve is saying that their Fed funds target rate is going to be over 5%. which is going to push up the interest rates now that the banks charge to loan money. That's going to slow down loans. It's also going to tighten up the reins on the banks and lending institutions lending out money, even if you may be I don't want to say credible, but even if you may be a suitable candidate for getting the loans, they may get so tight on the money like they did in 2008, where they might just start declining people and saying no. Are they going to stop giving money to the elite top 10, 5%, 1% of people that comes to them and want funding for their, business or whatever they know? No, they're not going to turn them down and say no to them. But average Joe, people like us, they're probably for a window of time turn us down for any type of funding to do anything. So if things get tight in your business over this recession in 2023, or you just want to get access to some funding so you don't have to access your own savings and your own investments while the market's going through a 20%, another 20, 25, 30% correction, they may say no. And you can have a perfect credit score, all the above, even a previous relationship with them. And when things are tight like that and the market's going through a recession, they may tell you no. And if you got your stuff maxed out, they may start closing. You might get a letter. By the time you get the letter, your stuff will already be closed up. Right? So if you got your stuff maxed out and you're running 67, 80% utilization, on revolving accounts, don't be surprised in this recession if you get a email or you just go to charge something, it declines it, and you call up the bank or the whoever, and they say, oh yeah, we've closed your account. You didn't get the letter yet? No, you ain't got that letter yet because they closed your account before they press the button to automate and send you the letter. So I'm just trying to hope us. I didn't even mean to talk this long. I meant to come and do the unboxing, but I done talked about Elon Musk, him selling Tesla shares, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And all I came on here to really do was to show you the unboxing of the American Express Charles Schwab Platinum card. But hey, thanks once again for coming through. Once again, like I say, you can buy stars, or you can send stars. I think that's a better way of saying it. You can do that now to help to support the Working People's Podcast channel and the content that we're producing and putting out here on the content on the show, on the podcast. But that would help a lot, with us continuing to make sure that we have our revolving charges and things that go forward with our streaming services and things like that. You can help to support that. So thank you. If you want to send some stars, you can do that. And also just helping with the algorithm. If you drop some comments below, send us some hearts. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Lester? What's up, Lester? Yep, send us some hearts and press the thumbs up like button, press the heart button. That really helps with the algorithm so that other people can be a part of these conversations and hear what we're talking about. I have noticed in the insights and in the analytics that the videos have been going out to more and more people, but it will continue to help that to happen if you do press the heart button, press the like button, drop a comment below, even if it's just to say hi. That really helps to push the content in the algorithms right here on Facebook, on my personal page, James Hollingsworth, and on the Facebook page, the Working People's Podcast, as well as the times when we do stream live on the Second Friendship Missionary Baptist Church plays. They are great over there. Rodney Williams and the Ship with pressing that heart and that like button. We really like it. They love us. So also on YouTube, do the same. When you press that heart button, the like button, and we're getting into reels and stuff like that as well. It helps with the algorithm and helps to share the content and the videos with more people to hear what we're talking about over here. So thanks for coming in for this quick boom, bang, bada boom show where we did the unboxing once again of the American Express. Remember, since 2016, the American Express Platinum card, the Charles Schwab version. But I gotta go. I gotta go. Till next time, thanks for coming through, y'all. I appreciate you. But hey, we're out.